Hello, I'm David Kerr and you're watching Shalom World News. Here's your latest news headlines from around the globe. The newly re-elected Polish President Andrzej Duda has made a pilgrimage to the nation's most beloved Marian shrine in order to, he says, give thanks to the Blessed Virgin Mary for his victory in this week's presidential election. President Duda visited the shrine of Our Lady of Częstochowa in southern Poland on Monday, the same day as he was declared the victor in a tightly contested election. The socially conservative President Duda gained 51.2% of the national vote. Meanwhile, his more socially liberal opponent, Mayor of Warsaw, Rafał Trzaskowski, got 48.8%. President Duda is now entitled to serve another 5 years in office. To the United States now, and a statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary has been beheaded by vandals in the city of Chattanooga in Tennessee. The Marian statue stands outside the city's St. Stephen's Parish. The incident occurred over the weekend, the same time frame which also witnessed statues of Our Lady vandalised in both Boston and New York. Meanwhile, Pope Francis has elevated a Californian church founded by the 18th century missionary St. Junipero Serra to the rank of a minor basilica. The Mission San Buenaventura thus becomes the first basilica in the Archdiocese of Los Angeles. The papal decision was announced to parishioners during Holy Mass on Wednesday, the feast of St. Bonaventure, by Archbishop Jose Gomez of Los Angeles. He said the elevation of the church to minor basilica status is recognition that, quote, something beautiful and important in the history of salvation happened here. In recent weeks, 3 statues of St. Junipero Serra have been toppled in California by anti-racism protesters who accuse the saint of having oppressed Native Americans. That's a charge his defenders strongly reject. Now to the Philippines, where a miracle has been claimed after a ciborium containing consecrated hosts survived a blaze which destroyed one of Manila's most historic churches. Fire broke out within the capital city's Santo Niño church just after 1 p.m. last Friday. By the time it was extinguished, the interior of the 288-year-old building had been gutted, and yet when the ciborium, or sacred vessel, containing the consecrated hosts was located and opened, the hosts inside were found to be unscathed by the flames. The parish priest, Father Sani de Calarun, is describing the discovery as, quote, the biggest miracle. Catholics believe that the sacred host contained within the ciborium is the body, blood, soul and divinity of Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, one of the Philippines' most senior clerics has declared 21 days of prayer for national healing in the midst of pandemic and social unrest across the Southeast Asian country. Archbishop Socrates Villegas of Lingayen, Dagupan, has instructed all his priests to pray an act of consecration to the Blessed Virgin Mary and a prayer of national healing after Holy Communion during each and every Mass. In a letter to his clergy and lay faithful, Archbishop Villegas claims that the current problems facing the Philippines are the result of rebellion against God, and hence the time has come, he says, to repent in search of national healing. The 21 days of prayer begin on July the 16th and end on August the 5th, the memorial of the dedication of the Basilica of St. Mary Major. It's been announced that the Italian religious sister killed 20 years ago by 3 teenage girls in a satanic ritual is to be beatified on June the 6th next year. 60-year-old Sister Maria Laura Minetti was stabbed to death in a park in the town of Chiavenna in the northern region of Lombardy back in June 2000. Her 3 assailants repeatedly stabbed Sister Maria, who it is said prayed for her killers throughout the fatal attack. In fact, her last words, according to some accounts of her death, were, "Lord, forgive them." The 3 girls were subsequently imprisoned for their crimes. The beatification ceremony will take place in Chiavenna in the presence of a papal delegate, Cardinal Angelo Becciu. He is the prefect of the Congregation for the Causes of Saints. Politics is an outstanding form of charity. That was the message of the Archbishop of Seoul as he celebrated Holy Mass for the Catholic congressmen and women of South Korea's National Assembly. During his homily, Cardinal Andrew Yoon-Soon-jong suggested that the recent COVID-19 pandemic has made people realise our vulnerability and helplessness as human beings. Thus, he urged those politicians present to uphold Catholic values in caring for the poor and the weak. In total, 43 Catholic members of Congress were present at Holy Mass, along with some staff members of the National Legislature. Finally, the Pontifical Charity Aid to the Church in Need has launched a global campaign highlighting the lives and deaths of 6 contemporary Christians who they propose have given their lives for their Christian faith. Entitled Modern Martyrs, Heroes of the Faith, the initiative is the brainchild of Aid to the Church in Need in Australia. The Christians highlighted are Bishop Stefano Lee Sidi from China, Father Ragid Ghani from Iraq, Father Franz van der Lucht from Syria, Akash Bashir from Pakistan, Sarah Johanna Madaki from Nigeria, and Blessed Sister Leonela Scrobati from Somalia. As well as multimedia materials, ACN has also produced prayer cards seeking the intercession of the 6 individuals highlighted by the campaign. Well, that's all for now. Do join me next time for some more news headlines from around the globe. Until then, may God bless you. Shalom.